Well, our next guest is one of the premier songwriters around the place and an amazing voice. Remember the first time we got to hear him at the Urban Country Music Festival at Caboolture a few years ago now. And we sat down and had a listen to Brad, and what a great singer-songwriter. And he's got a brand new album out, and I believe it's launching this Friday in Brisbane. Brad Butcher, welcome.
G'day guys, how you going?
Good, mate. Album launch this Friday.
This Friday night, yeah. Very excited to get it out there. It's been a labour of love for the last couple of years, and just be nice to play it to some people finally. Yeah.
From the bottom of a well, how did the name come about?
It's funny that the title kind of stuck with me for a while, but that one line from that song, it sort of fell out during a co-writing session with a friend named Matt Henry. That one line, it didn't end up being used in that song, so I just sort of always had that in the back of my mind, and it just sort of took shape and grew and evolved as to what it actually meant to me over the last probably 12 or 18 months, really. I've had it that long. It's about starting out from something so small and creating something massive, that imagery that is how to raise an ocean from the bottom of a well. To me, it means pretty much how my grandfather grew up. He started in a very poor childhood, basically. He was one of 13 kids. And from that, he was able to, raise a family, and he owned a home and achieved so much. And in today's day and age, owning a home these days seems like a pretty big deal. So for me, I think he accomplished a lot and just felt like the fitting title for the album.
So, Brad, you just mentioned that one line that stuck with you for the title of the album. The one line that really shows out for me in Well Dressed Man is more truth than poetry, and made me want to hear more. Where did you come up with that one particular line, and why did it fit so well into this song?
To be honest, I can't remember exactly how that line came to be. It made sense to me at the time of writing. I think that that's just, honestly, that's what it is. I try to be poetic in songs from time to time, but that line was just kind of, that was the truth of that moment, It really is more truth than poetry that I was writing in that song. I remember watching a documentary, I can't think of what it was called now, but I just remember hearing that one line that came out, better off being happy than a well-dressed man, and I went, ooh, and I wrote that one down. And then later on, when I come back to write these songs about specific things, I've got all these little weird lines written down in my phone, and that one just fit perfectly for my grandfather. And some lines hit you while you're writing it, and other ones come, at the most random occasions that you just have to write them down and hope it fits.
One of the things I love is the artists get out to the regional areas, and that's what you're going to be doing on this tour. A bit of support work there with Sarah Storer out to Capella and Anarchy.
Yeah.
Mackay's getting a visit and Yeppoon. But listen to this, Trace. This is some of the venues, and forget about the places where they are, but I just love a bloke who's going to be playing at the Junk Bar. He's also going to be playing at the Two Goats Cafe and Bar, the Fox Den, the Spotted Mallard.
Oh.
I mean, someone would think this is a G-up, Brad Butcher.
Well, I can't take credit for the venues being called that, but there's certainly some creative people out there, that's for sure.
On to spending some time with Sarah Storer. How did that gig come about?
That happened so out of the blue, really, for me. I happened to be searching online, just trying to find avenues to find gigs and just be active, basically, proactive about keeping the ball rolling. And I stumbled across this website called the Legend and Locals Tour, which I read what it was about, and it was, they have this one person every year that does the tour, and they offer it to some local Queenslander to be the support. So I sent an email and said, hi, my name's Brad, and give her some details and, explained my interest and that I was keen to do something. I received a phone call back from an old friend of mine who her name appeared in my phone as Kate Leahy, which is her maiden name. She's now Kate Schlick, and she happened to be the brains behind that website. She said, oh, hi, Brad, we've got Sarah involved this year, and if you'd like to be involved, it's yours. It really just happened purely by chance, I guess, but also by putting it out there that I was keen. It's just funny how it all comes full circle after a while,
Well, we are going to play your song, Well Dressed Man, but just once again, for anybody who is in Brisbane this weekend, get down to the Junk Bar at the Waterworks Road, Ashgrove, because Brad Butcher has his launch of his album. It's going to be a cracker of a night. What time does it all kick off, Brad?
It's on Friday night. It starts at 8 o'clock, and there's only a handful of tickets left. It's almost sold out. So if you wanted to get involved, jump onto my website. All the ticketing links are on there.
Brad, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Congratulations on a fantastic album, a fantastic single, Well Dressed Man. We're going to play it right now, and we will catch up with you somewhere around your great tour.
Thanks very much. Great to chat with you too.
Better off being happy than a well-dressed man. Let tomorrow